Welcome back everyone to Mona's Take. I am your host Mona Rose, and we are here to talk about everything reality TV. Today's episode is going to be on Big Brother live feeds, night 15. There's a lot going on. So I'm going to skip the intro and we're going to jump right into it. First of all, great news for us. CBS has caved and they are allowing the live feeds to come back tonight after they film the eviction episode. So as soon as I find out who gets this HOH, and kind of get the feel of what this new twist is, how Pooch reacted to being voted out, all of that, I'll come back on and I'll do a video tomorrow. So that's a good thing for us. We'll still have the live feeds, even though the episode won't air until Sunday night. Alright, let me start out by saying Jasmine is on my ever-loving last nerve. Production has talked to her about embellishing her southern accent. Now, I'm from the South. I'm from Texas. Lived in Texas most of my life. I am who I am. My accent does not change. I can't even really fake an accent. But that's exactly what Jasmine's doing. She's embellishing on that. And if you watch the live feeds, you know that what you're seeing on that TV screen is not how she talks in that house. Sell your soul, Jasmine. Go right ahead. I don't get it. Be who you are. Why would you want... I mean, let's get all that twang in there and all them good old southern sayings and all that crap that she's doing. It looks stupid. But she's doing it because that's what production's telling her to do. Evidently, Grodner is eating that up. But it does get on my last nerve. Yes, she's from the South. And yes, there are certain words that she says that you can tell she's from the South. It's like when I moved to Connecticut. Everybody, their first thing that they would say to me was, "You're not from around here, are you?" No, I'm not. So that's getting on my nerves. Jasmine is venting to Nicole about Turner. He comes in her room, without knocking, just walks in, uses her bathroom without asking. Now he's eating her food without asking. Evidently, he painted his nails with her nail polish and wiped it on her towels in the bathroom. And she's just venting to Nicole how it's really getting under her skin and she's trying everything she can do to keep her mouth shut. Nicole tells Jasmine that Brittany asked him to join an alliance. And at the same time, Daniel's telling Amir about his conversation with Brittany. At the same time, Daniel is talking to Amir about his conversation with Brittany. He's saying that she asked him to join an alliance and that if they keep Pooch, they want Daniel to work with them and Pooch, her and Michael. She's feeling left out when it comes to the girls. And that conversation is totally false. Brittany did talk to Daniel. What Brittany said was that she was concerned about being on the bottom of the pack with the girls and that she was afraid that her vote was going to be on the wrong side of the vote. Which meant what Brittany was trying to say was, I feel like if I vote out Pooch, then I'm shooting myself in the foot because yes, I'm with the girls, but I'm at the bottom of that girls' alliance. I'm going to be the first one to go. Nothing that Daniel was telling everybody else was said. Let me make that clear. Not only am I not liking Nicole more that I watch her, I'm not liking Daniel more than I watch him. Jasmine is sitting at the dinner table with everybody and everybody's talking and getting along. And she's just in real deep thought. She's not talking to anybody. She's just staring out into the distance. And you can tell she's fuming. Alright, Pooch is losing his mind. He's talking to Alyssa in the kitchen. And he says, you know, I'm getting the vibe that something's going on. You girls are all in the room together. Is there anything I should be worried about? You know, all of this. And Alyssa lets it slip that the girls know about the guys' alliance. And that the Oasis is a stupid name. That sends Pooch spiraling. Because now, one of his guys have talked. If they'd have just said there was a guys' alliance, he could have chalked that off to they're just talking, they're just guessing. But the fact that she named the alliance, he knows now that one of the guys that he trusted, or more, have betrayed him. Sends him into a tailspin. He thinks it's Joseph. He's telling Daniel, he's telling everybody else he thinks it's Joseph, because Joseph is always up there with girls. He thought he could trust Joseph. He thought Joseph was his boy, but now he thinks Joseph's the one that's spilling everything. He's telling this to Daniel. And Daniel sitting there knowing that he told Nicole, that he told Jasmine, that he told Amir, and is denying. But he's like, well, you know, it could have been Turner, it could have been Joseph, blah, blah, blah. So he's throwing them under the bus, knowing that he's one of the ones, or the one, because Daniel doesn't know what anybody else has said to the girls, but he knows what he's said to the girls. Pooch leaves the have-not room, and Daniel looks into the camera, and he's just like laughing. He's like, oh my God, this is going to get bad. Pooch confronts Kyle, says the same stuff to Kyle. Kyle's like, what the hell, who would do that? And he's beside himself. He doesn't know who it is. So now there's guys that he can't trust. He doesn't know which ones, but he knows that there is somebody that he can't trust, that he has put his trust in. And can I say that we're just now, we're getting into high school mode in the house. That it's so cliquish. It's just ridiculous. It's like, you can't talk to this one because I'm friends with them, and why are you talking to my friend, or why are you talking to somebody who I'm aligned with? Alyssa and Amir don't like Indy talking to Monty, and Kyle and Joseph, or I'm sorry, Joseph, and Indy doesn't like them talking to Monty, and Alyssa gets upset because Kyle is talking to Taylor. It's just all crazy. But we'll get back on that subject in a minute. Pooch talks to Monty about the guys' alliance. Monty's the same thing. Now, Monty told Paloma, Monty told Amir. He told them the name of the alliance. Daniel didn't tell them the name of the alliance because he didn't know it. He wasn't in the room when all that was done. But Monty told them the name of the alliance. Told Jasmine. So he's sitting there and letting Pooch go on and on about how the fact that he knows it's Joseph, it's got to be Joseph. Joseph's up there with the girls all the time. Now, Joseph's been the one campaigning for him to stay this whole entire time. He's had Pooch's back this whole time. And Pooch is like, I know it's Joseph. I know it's Joseph. And Monty lets him think that to a point. But then he says, well, I don't really know if Joseph would do that. He's pretty straightforward. I don't know who did it, but I don't think Joseph did it. So Monty kind of had Joseph's back a little bit. Amir tells Pooch that it wasn't Joseph that told the girls because he asked her about it. Here we get into the high school stuff. Taylor is evidently hitting on Kyle because she knows that Kyle likes Alyssa. But she only does it in front of Alyssa to get a reaction out of Alyssa. This is their conversation. And Alyssa says, well, why are you even talking to her? And he's like, what am I supposed to do? If she gets HOH next week, I've got to be friendly. I don't want to be on the block. Yeah, but you didn't have to tell her that she was America's sweetheart. And Kyle's like, what? And Alyssa's like, I heard you. And he's like, oh my God, I'm just trying to be nice to the girl. I don't want to end up on the block. He said, I'm not going to alienate anyone. I've got to keep my relationships intact so that I don't hit the block. And she tells him that that's okay, that she understands, but it does get under her skin. They talk about how they have feelings for each other, but that they don't want to act on those feelings, that they can't even hang out together because everybody starts talking about a showmance, and they don't want to be seen as a showmance and bring a target to their back. And we have a new alliance. Of course, there are so many alliances in this house that they spiderweb, that they intertwine. I've never seen so many alliances in 1 year of Big Brother alone. It's crazy. But we have a new one. It's called the Old Schoolers. And it's Daniel, Nicole, Terrence, Alyssa, Jasmine, and Amir. Again, Amir and Alyssa. That's about their third, fourth, fifth alliance, something like that, that they've got, that they're good with everybody in the house. After Terrence and Nicole and Daniel leave the room, the girls talk, and they talk about the girls' alliance, and that's Amir, Jasmine, who all was in there? Alyssa, Jasmine, and Amir. And they talk about the girls' alliance and how it's dead, that they can't trust Brittany, that they can't trust Indy, that they don't trust Taylor, and that the girls' alliance is just not going to work out. Then they need to stick with their other alliances. So for right now, the girls' alliance is dead, and evidently the guys' alliance is dead, because that's all falling apart. We're in week 2. Daniel is adding so much to the conversation between him and Brittany, and he's telling anybody that will listen that she's trying to flip the house, that she's plotting against the girls, that she asked him to join an alliance, all of this stuff that's not true. But they're buying it, and they're buying it hook, line, and sinker. Jasmine ends up having her talk with Brittany, and she lets her know in a kind of they'll be hell to pay situation, how she's going to be so pissed if Pooch doesn't get voted out, because they still think, like I said, all of the stuff that Daniel's saying is true. And Brittany swears to her that she's going to vote Pooch out, that she would not do that to her, and that she's with the girls. Amira talks to Brittany a little bit later. And Brittany's telling her, hey, you know, I just get the feeling that there's something going on between us. I need to figure out what it is. Don't feel comfortable. And Amira says, well, I'll be honest with you, Brittany. I just don't know that I can trust you. She brings up the side alliances. She brings up her telling Pooch last week, trying to throw Paloma and Alyssa under the bus with Pooch last week for the backstage pass thing, twist. She brings that up. She brings up the side alliances, which Amir is mad because Brittany's making a side alliance. Amir is in 5 different alliances. Brittany is not doing anything different than what everybody else in that house is doing. But she's getting singled out, and she's being called a snake because she's doing the same thing. Alyssa and Indy comes in. Brittany tells them that she is not trying to flip the votes, that she is going to vote Pooch out, that she is with the girls. She swears to the girls that she's with them, and that all this other stuff Pooch is saying is lies. Little does she know it's not Pooch that's saying it, it's Daniel. And it seems like everybody is on the Brittany hate train, because at the same time this is going on, Nicole and Daniel are in the have-not room, and Nicole's saying how if she wins, she's going to put up 2 points, and then she's going to backdoor Brittany and get Brittany out because she can't stand her, and da-da-da. So it's basically switched from Taylor to Brittany at this point. All the hate. Pooch is trying desperately to find out who told the girls about the guys' alliance. He is questioning everybody in the house, and of course everybody is denying it. But he knows somebody did, because I sure as hell didn't. Why would I out my own alliance? I named it. So he knows he didn't do it. So one of the other guys that he's been trusting, he knows that he can't trust. But it's killing him because he don't know which one. Or if there's multiple. Alliances don't last long in this house. As soon as Kyle and Alyssa get alone, Alyssa is telling Kyle about the old school alliance that just formed. And she even lists the members of it. Now, Kyle's like, all right, Amir's in this one too, and Amir's in that one where I'm in. Which alliance is she going to be true to? Which one is she going to be playing? You know, am I going to be in the alliance that gets played? So he's starting to questioning all these alliances that Alyssa and Amir are in as well. Later on, Kyle tells Michael and Monty that Alyssa got upset with him about what he said to Taylor and how he wasn't looking for a showmance. That's not why he was there. But that he was going to drag it along as he could for game-wise. But that was it. He was using her for game-wise. That's it. I find that hard to believe because I've seen Kyle and Alyssa when they're together. And honestly, it looks like puppy love. So, I don't know. He may be playing her, and if he is, he's a good actor. Monty tells Joseph that he's voting Pooch out, and he tells him why. He said, I had a conversation with Pooch about who I was going with going forward, and he brought up Alyssa, and I told him that I trusted Indy more than I trust Alyssa, and Pooch went back and told Alyssa, and Alyssa confronted Monty. So he's like, I know he's desperate, but he's spinning out of control, and I'm voting him out. I'm not going to go against the house. And tells him that, and Joseph's like, well, what do you mean go against the house? Now, this is the first Joseph has been let in on this plan to send Pooch out. And Monty said, look, Monty and Kyle told him, said, look, if we vote to keep Pooch, that it would only be Kyle, Joseph, Monty, and Turner that would keep him, and then they would be on the wrong side of the house. And then the girls would be coming for them if they won HOH this week, so that they were going to have to go with the house vote. So Joseph is just now finding out about this plan. He realizes Taylor's staying, and they're screwed. So that's about it for the last 24 hours of the live feeds. As soon as they come back on tonight and I get some info, I'll do a video tomorrow morning and get that out. But tell me what you think in the comments below. So, that's about all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this season. I think it's the worst cast ever. People that I really like starting out, once I saw their personalities, I'm like, nope, nope, nope. The editing that CBS is doing, what I see on the live feeds versus what I'm seeing on that screen, it's laughable. The new twist is going to be coming up. The buddy system, I'm sure that's going to screw a lot of people. I would love, love, love to see Jasmine and Turner paired up. I would love to see Brittany and Daniel paired up. If it's going to be a buddy season, I hope they put them with the ones that they hate the worst and see how this game goes from there. But it is starting to pick up some momentum, and there's starting to be some infighting in the house, so we'll see how that goes. But that's all I have for you guys today, so I hope you have a great day, and as always, much love.